Welcome back, everyone. Today, we are diving into a highly complex, honestly rapidly developing international legal story. We're unpacking the recent arrest of the controversial influencer brothers, Andrew and Tristan Tate, right in Miami, Florida. And we're also looking at the absolute mountain of new charges they're facing from authorities in the United Kingdom. I mean, we're talking about a massive, multi-jurisdictional web here, complete with sealed warrants, dual citizenship, and allegations stretching back decades. Because we'll be throwing around some very specific legal terminology today, I'd highly recommend turning on your English captions just so you can easily follow along. All right, let's get right into it.
Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. First, we'll cover the Miami arrest. Second, we're unpacking the new charges. Third, the UK extradition process. Fourth, the defense's claim of a political hit. And finally, the broader legal context. Section 1. Arrested in Miami. Okay, let's dive into this. As many of you probably know, the Tate brothers had been based in Romania for a while, fighting a completely separate set of legal challenges. But in February of 2025, Romanian authorities actually lifted their travel restrictions. So, taking advantage of that, the brothers hopped on a private jet and flew over to Florida. Fast forward a bit to July 2026, the UK's Crown Prosecution Service officially authorizes 38 new charges against them. And literally within hours of that announcement in Britain, United States Marshals moved in and arrested the brothers in Miami on a sealed warrant. That rapid succession of events, from the UK authorizing the charges to the US Marshals sweeping in, brings us to the central question of this explainer. What exactly are the Tate brothers being accused of by British authorities? Section 2. Unpacking the new charges. 59. That is the staggering total number of UK charges now facing the brothers combined. Now, it is absolutely crucial to remember throughout this explainer that these are allegations. Both men are, of course, presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But the sheer volume of these accusations authorized by the CPS Special Crime Division, it represents a truly massive legal hurdle. Now, what's really interesting about this is how these 38 brand new charges actually break down. According to the head of the CPS Special Crime Division, Andrew Tate faces 7 further counts of rape, 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking, 3 counts of assault, and 19 further offenses related to extreme pornography and indecent images of a child. Again, while the brothers are legally presumed innocent, these specific charges regarding minors represent deeply serious, universally condemned crimes. Tristan Tate, on the other hand, has been charged with 2 counts of rape, 3 counts of facilitating trafficking, and 1 count of sexual assault. So you add these 38 new charges to the 21 they were already facing in the UK, and boom, you hit that total of 59. To put all of this into proper perspective, we aren't talking about recent events here. These new charges actually relate to offenses allegedly committed over a 7-year span, specifically between July 2010 and August 2017. And following a further file of evidence submitted by regional UK police, 4 completely new alleged victims have been brought into the fold. That brings the total number of alleged victims in the UK case up to 7. Section 3. The UK extradition process. The legal mechanics here are honestly fascinating. First, US Marshals executed the arrest on a sealed warrant, which basically means the specific details of the American document were kept totally hidden from the public. Second, the UK formally requested their extradition. And third, legal proceedings were initiated to essentially return them to Britain. What makes this diplomatically straightforward, though, is that Andrew and Tristan Tate actually hold dual US and UK citizenship, allowing the US Department of Justice to act expressly pursuant to those British extradition requests. Section 4. The defense, a political hit. And this brilliantly illustrates the other side of the coin, because the brothers' legal team is pushing back aggressively. Joseph McBride, a lawyer representing the Tates, released a really fiery statement declaring their absolute innocence. He basically framed the whole situation as a political hit, claiming these new UK charges were just designed to counter a recent defamation action the brothers filed over in the US. McBride stated, and I quote, "America does not do Britain's political dirty work." He expressed total confidence that the Department of Justice will recognize this as an abuse of authority and that the brothers will walk free once a judge sees the facts. Real quick, if you're finding this explainer helpful for cutting through all the noise of this massive story, please take just a second to hit that like button, share this with someone who needs the facts, and subscribe to the channel for more clear, data-driven legal explainers just like this one. Oh, and again, if you haven't already, make sure to toggle on those English captions to keep track of all the legal terms. Section 5. The broader legal context. Let's move to and see how this builds, because we need to zoom out and look at the larger picture. In late 2022, the brothers were arrested in Romania on charges of human trafficking and rape. Now, they vehemently deny those allegations, and that case has essentially stalled out due to various procedural issues. Meanwhile, over in the UK, a High Court judge just recently dismissed the brothers' legal bid to learn the identities of their female accusers in separate civil cases. And on top of all of that, they are also facing UK charges for financial crimes, specifically tax evasion and money laundering. So, we have Romanian charges that are currently stalled. We have massive civil and financial cases in the UK. We have 59 criminal charges spanning 7 years authorized by the British Crown. And we have the brothers sitting in U.S. custody in Miami fighting extradition. It is a literal international jurisdictional web. The provocative question we have to leave you with today is this. With the defense digging in their heels in Florida, where will the Tate brothers actually face trial first? It's a massive legal puzzle, and we'll be tracking it very, very closely. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.